KVA on Muradin, and none other than Ninja, last but not least, on the Raynor. And who do we have on the red team? Hots Tots there.
All right, on the Hots Tots, we've got Robodoba playing the Nubarak again. Session making an appearance on Arthas. We have Inagon on Karazim. And then also we have Minky Whale playing Jaina. And then we have Aethys on Tyrande.
No worries. Big as Tyrande. Love that character. Very strong. But we didn't have a chance to talk about these team comps. And I suppose we have a short amount of time to now, but we do kind of see a very nice lineup here by Exile5. It's quite similar to last game, a very heavy front line, but very nice backline DPS. And then obviously on the other team, very, very similar to the last team comp, except trading out the Arthas. So it's going to be very interesting. Very nice team makeups. And I do feel like it's quite even. A lot more range potential, I think, on the red team. But time will tell, and time will prove what's going on here. And this is going to be Hack and Benjamin's real test, excuse me, with Exile5. So this, my friends, is going to get exciting. Very exciting indeed.
Yeah, like we said before, Exile5's got two new members here. They got Benjamin95 and Hack. They've played with them a couple of times before, but this tournament's going to be a real test because this is a prize event. So it's a bit more on the line, a bit more at stakes here. All teams should be playing up to their best right now to try and get a piece of this prize pool.
Indeed, and that's just so exciting seeing such high skill players going at it. I mean, this is IM and Exile5 we're talking about. These are rivals, you know? No shy around.
That's it. Historically,
these are rivals.
That's it. Historically, these players would consider each other rivals. Now look at this interesting play here. You see Nubarak and Arthas both taking Regeneration Master at level 1. So you're going to see them constantly rotate between the top and bottom, top and mid lane, grabbing that orb, just giving themselves a little bit more survivability and health regen just for that later game.
It's going to be, yeah, like you said, a lot of rotates going from the top to mid, just because of what they're trying to do is just clear those waves as fast as they can and move off to a different lane and push that, trying to get that XP advantage and try and force the team to do different stuff. But Exile5 has a history of playing their own game. They're very good at pushing their team into their own gameplay, but we do not quite see that yet. We do see, however, just what you're talking about, a big stun coming out in the bottom lane, and Aegon going very, very low there, but no, they do stop that very quickly. And actually,
however, in the top lane,
yeah,
in that time I was actually watching the top lane, Tyrael getting dived on by Minky Whale, Session, and Aethys. The stunned and snare in place by Arthas and Tyrande just proving to be too strong against Tyrael. He couldn't get out fast enough and being taken out. Obviously, we'll be back to the game, though. It's not that, it's still early days. No real advantage been given because obviously they did bring Valor up to the top lane to soak any lost experience. So not a problem.
Yeah, this top lane is going to be quite secure. I think it's just going to be a battle of the tanks, really. But we do see a lot of coins actually in the position of the red team now. So it's going to be very scary for the blue team. They're going to have to try and stop the hand-ins there. I wonder if they're actually going to commit to any hand-ins themselves. But it does look like red team's really just grouping around, doing very good at pushing down those lanes, just like we were talking about this Concur. And look at this top lane, so aggressive. And that Jaina is just making it so easy for them. Just being able to clear that with the Cone of Cold and then the Blizzard. It's just making this whole idea that they've got going very easy, but nice retaliation with KVA, Skimmy, and Benjamin and Ninja, etc. at the mid lane. Just going to be pushing hard as they can. But look at this cheeky little potential gank going to be coming down here if they're not careful. KVA is going to be dropping out and maybe false sense of security here. This could be a 4v3. But no, KVA knows better than to go ahead with something like that. Skimmy probably calling that. That does look a bit sus and a big tumble, actually saving his life there. Some massive plays by Skimmy, seeing something that was going a bit fishy, went a bit deep, and then saw the Arthas come out and said, no, none of that. So very aware gameplay there. They're hyper aware right now, and the Skimmy's APM must be through the roof. Red team are playing superbly.
Yeah, those reflexes from Kimmy just then, that vault was perfectly timed, or perfectly clutched used, because it was right over the top. Right over the top of that snare coming in from Arthas.
Oh, big dodge as well by Ninja while we're saying that. But no, another big dodge by the stun. He's going so low, but he does get the heals up by Uther. And now Nubarak, Robodoba in a desperate situation. He is going to go down. Very nice retaliation there by Exile5. KVA coming in with a body block. He's trying to get the stun. Is Sasha going to drop too? Yes, he is. Amazing. And no stuns being hit up by Aethys there. So that was a great fight there for Exile5, managing to pick up 2 kills at the cost of none. And look at all the coins I've got now to be able to comfortably hand in. And it does seem that they're going to get their blue web weaver for this.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, that was a good fight there. Ninja, obviously playing Reyna, very good hero to take. Does have the great survivability with his own trait. Obviously giving himself health when it drops below a certain percentage. and it saved his life. And then but it was a great follow-up by the rest of his team that really saved him, and then got those 2 kills as well. And let's face it, it also spawned them the Web Weavers, so that was a great team effort coming out of Exile5 here.
Well, I think what they can do with these web weavers is it can relieve the pressure that they're pushing on lane to lane to lane. So what they're gonna do, I think they'd be probably wise. Oh, actually, they're choosing to opt for a team fight. KVA chucking out a stun, doesn't quite get that. Sashin getting stunned himself, actually, by Benjamin, though. And it does seem that they're going to push with this one in the middle. I was actually going to say it might be better for them to go kind of with a split sort of thing for this. But, I mean, if they can clear it very easily, I suppose it's a great play. A lot of damage already being unloaded. And it doesn't really seem that Robodova and his crew can react to this. So, effectively, IM is what they are now. They aren't going to be able to do much. KVA is just in such a good position with that Web Weaver and still maintaining its health. I mean, look at that. The bottom one's already been taken out. Sorry. So well played by the red team. But I mean, the damage has already been done. The worth has been exposed. And, you know, I don't think they're going to go too deep on this fight.
No, not at all. Doing a I mean, it was a great push behind the Web Weaver. They've still got the Web Weaver up in the top lane, doing a lot of getting a lot of damage value out of it. We'll see those towers and fortifications fall in a second, which you already have. Sorry, the fortifications won't fall, but those 2 towers and gates are down. And we're going to see a little bit of experience actually soaking down the bottom there by Ninja on Reyna. That's going to be a great position for them. They've already got a level lead, almost going to be a 2-level-esque lead, close to 2 levels.
Yeah, and the exciting thing about watching such high school players is just watching how calm they are. You never really feel like they're panicking, you know? And what we're seeing there is just proof of that, you know, Ninja being such a good player himself, just sitting in the bottom lane, you know, don't need to fight. They can go down. They're expecting a red Web Weaver soon. So they do know that Hendon's going to be coming, and not much they can do about it, truthfully. So they are just going to let that slip, and it is going to come through. KVA and Ninja and Skimmy already prepared for this, and they're a bot lane.
Yeah, how great is they're going to get such a massive push coming in bot lane right now. We just put the vision back on for the red team so you can see exactly where they are, and they rotated out just at the right time not to get caught by anything coming out from HoTs. I mean, that's good playing and good knowledge, or even good knowledge of the timings of how fast it takes from players to get from location X to Y.
Yeah. Yeah, and oh, look at this. Ninja actually taking a big load of damage there and stuns on CD now for that Tyrande there, so I wonder if they're going to do anything off this, but no, it doesn't seem they have the numbers for this. Interior's just still soaking up at the mid lane, trying to slow down that Web Weaver, and level 10 is going to be picked up for the blue team. I wonder if they're actually going to rotate down and try and force some sort of fight here. I mean, they do have their ultis. This could be very good for the blue team. They are working with a bit of a sweet spot, and Hack getting a bit caught out of position here from their Arthas. He's not going to be able to 1v1, but look at this. They're going deep. KVH getting onto Mika well, and look at the big stunts coming out. It's going to slow down Exile5, but no damage can be done here that can rectify this situation. Robodobo is going to try and go deep. They are about to hit level 10, but I do think they realize that there's no point fighting this. They've got the ultis down. They would want to fight if they could, but no, it's just too dangerous. The Web Weavers are going to have to be taken care of at this point.
Yeah, you just felt not having Tyrael down there really prevented them from getting any good kills. Oh no, Tyrael's actually in a bit of bad situation! Just the stun coming down. Look at all those gems! That was actually a real clutch Lunar Flare there coming out of Tyrande, stunning him in place. And then a Robodoba following up with a great borrow charge, knocking him up in the air. I mean, that's a timely need. That's really closed the gap on those levels now. Both teams effectively level 11.
Wow, Disconcur, look at this. It does look like they're forming up towards the top of the boss. So that's in a very interesting place. Minky Whale in a very dangerous situation gets taken out by Benjamin and Skimmy. And now it is a 4v4. Can they do it? KVA says yes, get in there. The stun's coming out onto the Uther. That is no worries for the Uther. Robodoba getting taken dangerously low, and Skimmy with the volley there. Going to be trying to do as much damage as he can. Benjamin goes down, and he is going to be able to pocket heal for the win. But no, it does look like they are going to somewhat disengage off this fight. Don't really feel like they can do it. Maybe a bit discouraged, but I think what they did do and did accomplish there is stopping that boss from coming out. So well played to Exile5.
Yeah, Exile5 played. Well, Exile5 prevented the boss. They were in an advantage. They were 5-4, and they let one of the heroes die, and they didn't really get a follow-up kill on anyone, especially when you have targets like Karazim, target like Tyrande. They don't really have that much health. You know, fair enough, Karazim did use a 7-sided strike to avoid death, but there still was a great opportunity to take out Tyrande, and they just couldn't follow up on it. Could have stopped the boss, but I think both teams came out about equal in that situation.
Yeah, it was no one really got anything from that. You know, the kill, sure. if anything, all it did was neutralize the game, really, didn't it? So effectively, nothing's really happened in terms of that team fight. They lost a hero. Well, good on them. You know, nothing really too big there. He's just going to be able to switch back into the game.
Yeah, but like you said earlier, they did stop the boss. I mean,
yeah, indeed. That's the big play.
The other option was a boss in your top lane at 9 minutes.
Yeah, that's very bad as well, and you're going to have to pop a lot of big spells to kill that, which would really mess you up for the next team fight. But, you know, blue team, they are playing this very well. Exile5, obviously, no stranger to danger. And KVA actually opting to go for a hander now. He's going to get his 20 coins in, so, his 20 souls or whatnot. So it's going to be very helpful for him. Skimmy and Ninja actually spotting two people in the mid lane. They have to play this so carefully. I mean, if they get caught and blown out, their whole team comp pretty much falls apart. So KVA and his team, they definitely on that. Skimmy getting dropped dangerously though there, and the heal CD is going to be on CD now, and the red web weavers are out. So very, very dangerous. KVA needs to get out there. He does not. And the big dive from the Inuberate's coming out now. Avatar being popped and Divine Shield also being laid to waste there. So nothing going to happen out of there. Skimmy even going to opt to pop his ulti, but no damage coming out. 3 ultis there being used. Not sure if that was worth. It did save them, and very important, but now they've got no ults. They have to play this so carefully, Disconcur.
Well, yeah, I mean, Valor can't use her strafe for a while now. Muradin's out for the next 70 seconds without Avatar. Ooh, big push going on in the middle. They're having to escape.
Stun dot, Skimmy there.
And and Jaina, the biggest scary thing is Jaina still has a Ring of Frost. And the engagement goes on. The Ring of Frost is down. The Hyperion has come out. Damage on both teams. Hack will fall. Then he's going to be a living bomb now, trying to jump onto Robodoba. Goes down, puts some damage, but they're going to back away from that. Look at that. HoTs come out on top of that fight, taking out one hero and losing none in the exchange. And look, Tyrande is just going to heal him up with that new heroic coming out in the latest content drop. That's going to give him a little bit of health. Stealth for 8 seconds, surprising Skimmy. I suspect he knew he was there anyway, but surprising him. And they're going to do a huge push in the top lane, especially while they've got this 5v4 advantage in their favour.
Yeah, well, you know, even with the 5v4 advantage, I mean, Ninja and Skimmy, such an aggressive backline. You know, if they walk into it and they're not prepared, they're going to get very hurt. So they do have to play that very relaxed, despite their lead in that situation. And I do feel like they know that, so that is the reason why they're backing up. But looks like they are going to be opting for trying to force a boss, or maybe they are just baiting. KVA could be walking into something so dangerous here, but no, he does see them. He does see them advancing. He needs to get out there. KVA is going to jump over the wall, and he is going to be safe. No, he does save that Dwarven Toss. Very, very smart there. But, I can only imagine how KVA and all the rest of them feel at the moment, you know. They need to stop the boss. They need to stop the hand in, and they need to hand in themselves. And they just don't really want to fight at the moment, you know. They're feeling the fear, and they're just playing a bit passive.
Even worse, they need the experience. They've got to start. They've either got to start soaking lanes, find a pick, or take out some towers or fortifications. Because right now they are back one level. We're going to see HoTs pick up. Right, they're going to see HoTs pick up level 6, get 16 first. They're going to have a talent difference, and that's a dangerous position to be in. And especially right now, and even more, they're starting to put pressure on the map with sieges in the bottom lane. I mean, Exile5's got to choose. Do they spread themselves thin? Do they try and get a hand in? Which obviously they're going for the hand in, because that's going to help them with pressure on the map.
Nice. They did manage to pick up those blue web weavers, though. That was very well played by KVA. Also in a bit of a tricky situation now. Robodoba does have his CDs, though, on CD, so to speak. And so he's not going to be able to do anything, not going to be able to follow that up. And it does look like the blue team's going to try and force something maybe in another lane, try and soak a bit in the other lanes. But, I mean, you know, they're not really in a comfortable spot right here. They do look like they're going to be trying to bait something out, but, I mean, what can they really do? I do feel like they are a bit outweighted in terms of damage of their team comp right now, unless they get a really good team fight going on. So they need to play this perfectly. I feel like the Jaina needs to be sniped.
Yeah, exactly. Like getting that pickup for Exile5 right now. Removing Jaina from a fight, that's a lot of damage lost from HoTs. I mean, you could say a lot of damage is coming from Jaina in that regards. So it's definitely would be a high priority target to peel or pick out. Especially because Karazim doesn't have Divine Palm either. So they can actually do a pretty good job of doing that. Like they've got no fear of Jaina being healed back up. Tyrande's heroic. Oh, and it goes off. Speaking of Tyrande's heroic, and Hyperion is out. A lot of damage is now going down. We see that the Arthas is in the thick of it, but Divine Shield's been used on Tyrael. Tyrael is Judgment, but Uther is down. He can still heal, however, the pocket healer is still in effect. Ninja in a little bit of a bad situation, and he's followed as well. Aegon does have to back away, but he can't in time. And we still see a big... Oh, Skimmy! What side of the map are you on, boy? That's a bad situation to be.
Yeah, I think that was a pretty bad fight for them there. I saw the Divine Shield being popped onto that Tyrael, and it was just a bit too late. I mean, the judgment came out, very good judgment
Yeah.
indeed. But you know what happened? That 4-stack Blizzard that really wrecked them, and it wasn't what they needed at that point in the fight. They just didn't have the healing, and Uther dying a bit too late there, so actually not being able to make use of that passive as best he can. But to be honest, if they can stick into this game until level 20, the game is going to get a whole lot more evened out. I do feel like Exile5 have a lot more of a chance in the late game with the reduced CD on that Judgment, and the Uther obviously with that Redemption is going to create a whole more world of possibilities, and we saw it there. The damage is actually real from Exile5. They can do the damage, they just need to keep Reyna and Vala alive, and without those Divine Shields really being utilized on them, I don't really feel like it's being utilized with its best intention.
Yeah.
You know, we really need to see some cancellation or negation of damage from that Divine Shield on one of the carries of Exile5.
Yeah, that's it. I mean, you're 100% right. I mean, once Tyrael uses Judgment, I mean, it's up to him to get out of the situation,
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
He's done
And
the character.
he might even be better dead in some respects. The same with Uther, you know. They do have a team that relies heavily on these range carries, and if they're not doing their job for the range carries, it's going to be very difficult for them to really do any damage there. But I know they will be trying their hardest. But Red Team, while we're talking about Exile5 and what they should be doing, Red Team, they are doing it well. They are doing what they need to be doing very well. They've got a lot of map control, and they've had it since the start of the game, so very big props to Red Team. HoTs, ToTs are just doing amazing here, and they're just doing the steamroll that we all know and love. So we're going to see if they can pick up on the steamroll and finish it off. These Red Web Weavers are coming in. Now, that is a tongue twister and a half, but no, the fight and the fort is breaking down at top, and it is just not looking too good for Exile5 in this situation. We need to see a big clutch fight.
Well, I mean, they're going to lose this top fortification here. That is going down. There's nothing they can do to save that keep. And we're going to see HoTs rotate to the mid, trying to put that Web Weaver in the top. They've had to leave Skimmy to deal with the Web Weaver in the top lane. But now this massive push in the middle. You know what? When this Web Weaver falls or gets too low, or the fight gets dicey, they can just rotate to the bottom lane and push there as well. I mean, there is so much in HoTs' favor right now. Robodova, however, getting stunned into oblivion. He is backing out. The heal from Tyrande is coming down. Hyperion is going out, spreading the love across everyone. Hack Judgments onto Jaina. Is it enough? No, he does have to back out. Ninja's in a lot of trouble as well. Oh, there's a lot of retreating. Oh, he's going in. Can Trio do a lot of damage here? No, just on Roba, and Session doesn't get any of the assassins. Yeah. No pickups, and that's it. Exile5 are starting to fall. It is just cleanup duties for HoTs right now, and they will take this game out. There is nothing Skimmy can do against that. Yeah. That is HoTs taking out Exile5.
That is the GG indeed. Nothing they can do there. And I mean, we saw a great game from HoTs. They really did it well there. And I mean, personally, boys, I'm heartbroken. You know, I feel for Exile5, but they are no stranger to tilt, and let's be honest. And not saying they tilted today. They got outplayed, let's be honest. Very well, big plays from HoTs there. And